And now on to our review of Kenobi, the finale. A slow Obi-Wan Kenobi finale strains even the Star Wars operatic credulity in favor of weightless fan service. Kenobi is perhaps a dish best served in small portions. After 5 episodes full of cutting confrontations, episode 6 feels repetitive and contrived. Characters clash because they need to when they need to. Glimmers of chemistry and Star Wars tropes that come off as endearing rather than weak links crop up here and there. But overall, the final adventure for Leia and Obi-Wan fails to tie the series together, because it's too busy trying to tie all of the franchise together. Even the sequel trilogy gets a visual echo. At the start of Part 6, Kenobi, Leia, and the Path Rebels are on the run. In order to give them time to escape, Obi-Wan plays on Vader's sense of drama. It's the Jedi he wants, so Obi-Wan baits him into a fight on a rocky planet. Since the Empire is attacking the Rebel ship very slowly and ineffectively, this gives the others time to escape. Meanwhile, Reva goes to Tatooine to add Luke to her list of indirect vengeance. Someone tips Owen and Beru off, giving them some time to prepare, while the wounded ex-Inquisitor searches for them. Kenobi and Vader battle it out. They're pretty evenly matched until Vader buries Obi-Wan in a rockfall using the Force. But the Jedi escapes and slashes Vader's mask open, prompting a heart-to-heart in which Obi-Wan is both absolved. "I'm not your failure, Obi-Wan. You didn't kill Anakin. I did." And cuts ties with who Vader used to be. Then, my friend is truly dead. Back on Tatooine, Reva corners Luke, but can't bring herself to kill him. She turns herself into Obi-Wan instead, admitting that she didn't want to become the Darth Vader who haunts her memories of being a child during Order 66. The finale wraps up with a crop of cameos and closed loops. Emperor Palpatine tells Vader to focus on the future. Kenobi and the Alderaan crew, including Leia, safe at home, look nervously toward what's next for them. The Jedi Master briefly greets young Luke, and Qui-Gon's ghost appears to lead his former apprentice into his contemplative desert fate. The truth is that saying a franchise product relies too much on its source material isn't even particularly novel criticism anymore. But with Obi-Wan Kenobi, the last 20 minutes in particular devote the majority of their time to longing looks at the franchise's past. One of the episode's best moments, the reveal of Hayden Christensen's scarred face behind Darth Vader's mask, already happened in animation with Ahsoka Tano and Vader and Rebels. While that arc took place deep within the show's questionable cameo era, it also mixed and matched characters in inventive ways. Darth Maul attempted to mentor Ezra. Ahsoka mentored original Jedi Kanan Jarrus. The Inquisitors were still new, and in Obi-Wan Kenobi, the pairings are exactly what you might expect. The exception is Reva. Her choice is powerful but understated, a slow burn of conscience in which she decides not to become the monster haunting her own nightmares. It's great to see the character make her own choice in her own way. It isn't the same old trope where the hero steps in to save the villain. Reva saves herself. We never fully learn when it sank in for her that Luke is Vader's son, as none of the characters ever talk about it outright. But Moses Ingram has great chemistry with Ewan McGregor, and the few minutes the two spend on the same side of the Force is more aligned. I do like that her decision follows on what Obi-Wan said to her at the Path base. However, her story also feels like it's searching for a spin-off, and not in a good way. I'd have loved just one more flashback scene about what her dynamic with Vader was when she was younger, about how his hatred for Obi-Wan transferred to her, or how her own festered. Ultimately, since we know Luke can't die on the show, Reva is ultimately as toothless as the rest of the threats in this episode. Vader is the only one who really even poses the illusion of a threat, displaying more inventive use of the Force to bury Kenobi underground. The pacing of the rest of the scenes makes the Imperials seem useless. Why does the Star Destroyer struggle so much to capture the zigzagging Path ship? Wounded by Vader, Reva struggles against Owen and Beru, but the plot also dictates she can't actually kill anyone she's after. And Beru's insistence that the family stand their ground doesn't work as a moment of fierce empowerment. The audience knows that Reva won't kill the family, and that Beru's later stand against the Empire will be completely ineffective. I can forgive a lot when it comes to Star Wars. Hyperspace moves at the speed of drama. Relative power levels matter less than plot. Characters fighting against the inevitability of the story established in 1977 can still be great. Just look at Rogue One. Removing Leia from the majority of the finale saps up the drama, though. Throughout, I wanted the action integrated more closely into the characters' relationships. What if Vader threatened Leia? What if Reva had a change of heart but didn't know how to express that? Finding herself at the wrong end of a blaster for a crime she actually didn't commit. Another example of how Part 6 was better at set pieces and integrating characters, Liam Neeson's cameo as Qui-Gon Jinn's Force Ghost. Kenobi doesn't reach any particular revelation in order to find his old master. Speaking to the dead isn't relevant to the plot. Instead, it's a convenient stinger one last cameo. Likewise, Obi-Wan's "Hello there" floats just above the actual circumstances, paying homage to the films in a way so shallow it actually weakens Luke's story. So the boy now has memories of seeing old Ben being chased by a person with a red lightsaber. It's easy to argue that he won't remember any of it in a decade's time, or that nothing strictly contradicts the film. But an argument does not make a good story. What did I like about this episode? McGregor continues to excel at acting with his eyes. It's a slightly more naturalistic performance than in the prequel trilogy, and yet does not lose the operatic size a core Star Wars character must have. The final confrontation between Kenobi and Vader had some good dramatic moments. The volume continues to show what it can do with a mix of flat backgrounds and flimsy rocks on a muddy-colored planet, but the seams still show. Like all Star Wars stories, Kenobi still manages to leave the viewer with a sense of potential despite what actually appeared on screen. I'm curious about where Reva's story goes next. After this finale, I need to remind myself Vader can still be scary and not just an echo from better days. So let us know in the comments section below, what did you think about the Kenobi finale review? And what did you think about the series as a whole? I thought the first episode was great. And then it kind of just, after the first one, it kind of had its moments. It went up and down. Nothing was really great. They weren't all bad. Some were okay. Some were not okay. I would have rather have a story of Kenobi, about Kenobi, not be about bringing a child from point A to point B. Like, we already got that with the Mandalorian. Like, let's move on. Let's see, I want to see how Kenobi lives when he knows he's being hunted in Tatooine. I don't want to see him have to deal with bringing Leia from one place to another. But that's all I got to say about Kenobi. So before we go, if you want to support the show, you can buy us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/cinemagold. Your support helps the channel grow, upgrade our equipment, bring in new hosts, be able to pay them, take this show on the road. We'd love to record from CinemaCon, Comic-Con, D23, Star Wars Celebration. Our dreams are pretty much endless. But you can help make those dreams a reality by buying us a coffee. Whether it's $1, $5, $50, $20. And if you also want to support us, you can also check out our Patreon. We have a page. The link will be in the description. And as always, thank you so much for watching and listening. We will see you next time.